Hello, this is David and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky 2nd chapter. Today I'm at the Erebonian Embassy to, go talk to the ambassador. You continue to play your role well, Bergen. I'd like to enter. Maybe pass? Can't say no to you, but, who's with you? Oh, we're from the Bracer Guild. We'd like to ask the ambassador a few things if that's okay. We thought we'd try having Oliver introduce us. Oh, okay. Well, there shouldn't be a problem with letting you in then. Welcome to the Erebonian Embassy. Do remember that the embassy is Erebonian soil, so be careful, yeah? We will be. Well, let's head on inside. Check it out. It looks very similar to the Calvard Embassy, I must say. This is quite the building. Whoa, this place definitely matches the Calvardian Embassy in terms of fanciness. Grandiose and yet powerful at the same time, it's very imperial if nothing else. It's a stage upon which the Empire can parade its influence and power. Alas, that the actors are unequal to the set dressing. You realize Lord Crane would hit the roof if he heard you say that. Ah, my most bosom companion. It's been an age. Are you well, dear Mueller? I'd be better if I could cut you in half and be done with it. I told you again and again to ensure that we're constantly aware of your location, and you... Ah, 'tis but a tactic in the war of love. Did you know? Absence makes the heart grow fonder. Estelle Bright, you have my thanks. I can only imagine the trouble this idiot's been causing you. Actually, he hasn't been too bad, I guess. He's been really well-mannered comparatively. Well, ignoring the lunatic, I presume you have business here at the embassy? Yes, sir. We'd like to speak to the ambassador. The letter, right. I've been somewhat concerned myself, but I'm surprised the guild is acting. This is a request from Brigadier General Bright in the Royal Army, I take it. Technically, yes, but we're trying to investigate it as neutrally as we can, you know? Nobody's guilty till proven, that kind of thing. A commendable mindset. No doubt why he chose you. Very well. I shall introduce you to Lord Ambassador Crane. I suggest that you find it easier to gain his trust if I do the introduction as opposed to a certain someone. Really? Thanks, Mueller. Wait, you really have so little faith in me? You thought that we had faith in you for this? If you introduced us, he'd probably want to have us kicked out. Sorry, Oliver. Ah, the sting of being forsaken. The sting of the truth, maybe. Lord Crane is in his office on the 2nd floor. I shall go announce your arrival. Give me a moment. We'll wait then. Okay, well, let's go exploring. Why not? Talk to you. Oh, hey, it's been a while, Oliver. Are these your guests? Indeed, one could call them guests, but I'm more inclined to think of them as my soulmates. Our days spent together have been so tender, so sweet. I feel to merely call this force love does a disservice to our bond. Is that not so, Estelle? Wait, does that mean that you've dumped Mueller? My head hurts. I think I'm starting to understand Mueller's suffering. So, is Oliver and Mueller, are they lovers? Are they partners? Are they boyfriends? Like, I don't know. All the books in this room were published in Liberal. To learn about someone's nation, start with their culture. You're free to read them, but please put them back here. Put them back where you found them once you're done. Yeah, I'm having issues reading today. Reading comprehension, fail. The closest imperial city to Liberal borders is a place called Parm. I'm actually from there, by the way. It's close to Bose, which makes it convenient to return home for visits. Of course, it's not so convenient to visit the imperial capital from there. There aren't any public scheduled liners in Erebonia, so I have to switch over to the railway system. Huh. Hey, Oliver. Heard you went to the hot springs. I'm so envious. I've been working till I'm dead on my feet getting ready for the signing ceremony. Oh, well, that sucks. Just be a house husband like me, and just call it a day. Okay, well, nobody down here, so, let's go over and see the ambassador. Why not? How bad could it possibly be? Yes, we shall shock him into silence. Mueller can totally cut you in half, you know. I apologize for the wait. Lord Crane will see you now. Let's go then. Welcome to the Erebonian Embassy, guests. I'm Lord Deville Crane, the duly appointed ambassador and voice of the Empire in this land. I'm Estelle, and I'm Zane, and I'm Chloe, so there you go. And I am the servant of love and peace, Oliver Lenheim. You. I heard you'd gone missing in Elmo Village. Try not to worry Mueller further, Oliver. Or me, for that matter. Such a strict dressing down. Much more, and I'll have to lose my jacket. Setting that aside, you're here to inquire about the threatening letter, yes? What do you want to know? I'll be direct. Do you have any idea who might be behind the letter? Is there anyone in the Empire who might oppose the signing of the pact? You are direct, young Bracer. I appreciate that. I can tell you truthfully, however, that I can think of no such person. His Majesty's very happy with the pact as it stands, in fact, and no one within the Empire would be foolish enough to gainsay his leadership on such a matter, of course. Yeah, I bet. So you think it's the work of someone outside the Empire, then? What other answer could there be? If you want my opinion, it's the opposition party in Calvard behind all this. Some silly ploy to make the president look bad, no doubt. Opposition, doing whatever it pleases. This is the perfect example of the fallacies of mob rule. I have to question that, your lordship. Don't get me wrong, our major political parties basically beat each other over the head anytime they can, but even if the pact fell apart due to this, I don't think anyone could blame it on President Rocksmith. Details. You think the mob thinks like that? All I can say for certain is that the person issuing these threats can't be from the Empire. That should be more than enough assurance for you. Well, excuse me, Lord Crane. May I ask what Chancellor Osborn's opinion of the non-aggression pact is? What? Flawless Riptoise, Chloe. Who? The highest appointed official in our most glorious and august imperial government, the Blood and Iron Chancellor, Gileath Osborn. His nickname comes from his personal motto, our nation's peace must be built on a foundation of blood and iron. He has overseen the expansion of the rail system, as well as the annexation of several smaller states on our borders through less than diplomatic means. Annex? Wait, you mean he... Oliver! How could you criticize your Empire's Chancellor? Oh, but DeVille, how was I criticizing? I simply stated the facts. But come now, it wouldn't hurt to be a bit more cooperative, no? We've already spoken with the lovely Ambassador Cochrane over at the Calvardian Embassy. She was quite helpful, you see. What? Why, if we don't help these people now, it'll give them cause to doubt the character of Erebonia. And that would be a tragedy, wouldn't you agree? Lord Crane, there's no need to keep information related to this hidden. May I humbly suggest that being open in this case will not present a problem? You may have a point, Mueller. Very well. To answer your question, Miss, Chancellor Osborn, like His Majesty, is most receptive to this pact. In fact, I hear he's actually the one who suggested His Majesty should sign it. Really? That's because he's looking forward to getting the engine, right? No, apparently he recommended it to His Majesty before any mention of the engine. If anything, I'm glad there's harmony at home over this pact. There's been no pressure for us to negotiate. Hate to say it, Estelle, but it's looking like there really isn't any chance that someone from the Empire... Yeah, looks that way. Ambassador, thanks a lot for answering our questions. See? It's as I said. If you're looking for the guilty party, you should look elsewhere. Oh, but one sec. If you don't mind, we have one more question. Yeah, about Renee. A most pitiable situation, the separation of a child from her parents. Imperial traders do visit the embassy at times, but a merchant from Crossbell? I don't seem to recall such a man, no. Are you familiar with this Hayworth? Mueller? No, I've never heard of the man either. Really? This is starting to look kind of grim. To search at once for both a blackmailer and a lost child's parent sounds most trying. It would seem trite, but I do wish you luck, young lady. Thanks. Allow me to show you to the gate, then. And now, during this point in time, whenever Mueller follows you, there is one person that you really do want to talk to, and we'll get to him in just a second, see if he has anything more to say. But, oh, really? What's going on? You're kidding. I wonder if it's the Society. Ooh, well that's no good that they're attacking here in Liberal and over in, Calvard. But anyway, talk to Nathan. How could this be? This book is banned in Erebonia. Who put this on the shelf? Crap, crap, crap! If Ambassador Crane knew, I'd get an earful. I know, you there, take this book! Get Gambler Jack Volume 4! Very nice. And we will look at that during the end slate of this video. But let's get on out of here. Thanks, Mueller. Talking with the ambassador was a big help. No, you don't need to thank me. I didn't do anything important, really. Besides, this is a problem affecting all our nations. We should be working together. Huh, indeed. I do hope that we can solve this. Oliver, you're awfully quiet. It's nothing. I was simply lost in reverie for a moment. It doesn't concern our current business. Pay me no mind. Okay? Oliver, you'll be staying here at the embassy in the evenings while you're here in Grand Cell, yes? Huh, Where else? I'd not miss the chance to have more sweet dreams in your bed, as always. What? Stop with the jokes before you give the ladies too many ideas and images. Push those jokes too far and I may have to spear you upon the embassy flagpole. So that's the direction I should approach from. You teach me more every day. Alternately, I could just cut you in half right here. I'm fairly sure I could explain it to Lord Crane. That would be rather less lovely. Forgive the joke, my friend. So that's how you keep Oliver under control. Maybe I should write this down. I'd say they match each other perfectly myself. That's a terrifying thought. Well, regardless, I shall pardon myself here. Good luck with the rest of your investigation. Thanks again, Mueller. And he's gone. With the embassies out of the way, all that's left is the liberal news. Hopefully Niall or someone will be able to help us. Hopefully. Shall we be off? Well, it's not just the liberal news that we have to go to. We also have to go to the castle. So let's head on over there. Sorry about that little cut right there. I had to stop and get some water and cough. I've been having a little bit of a cough lately, and all this dialogue, and we have more dialogue coming up, so... Good day, Your Highness. Please don't overwork yourself, milady. Hello! Estelle and I have some business at the castle to attend to. Could you let us pass? Of course, Your Highness, by your command. Only slightly popular, isn't she? I think I'm starting to get why that Duke guy is so jealous. Now entering Lady Chloe and Estelle and their entourage. I wonder who Oliver really is. He seems pretty high up in Calvard, I've gotta say. Welcome back to my house, as it were. Come on in. Thanks. Yeah, and that lady in Elmo Village called him Lord, so he must be a noble of some sort. Time to nose around the castle a bit, so obviously we should talk to Queen Alicia, both to ask about the letter and just to say hi, but who else? Julia's gone, right? Yeah, she's currently at Lyston Fortress overseeing the refitting of the Aracel. Well, that's going to make things a bit harder on us. She probably could have given us a lot of help with this mess. Well, who else could we confer with, I wonder? With Julia absent, I think our best bet is Hilda, at least concerning Renee's parents. If the Hayworths have ever visited the castle, she would know. Yeah, Hilda kind of seems to have some sort of castle sense about these things. So where would you find him, you think? Well, grandmother should be in her chambers at this hour, and Hilda... If she isn't in the maid's room, they can tell us where she is at least. Good idea. Maid's room and queen's quarters. Off we go. But let's take this opportunity just to explore the castle a little bit. Okay. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of work to be done here. Yeah, this is the guy whose wife gave us the fishing pole, so he's still upset about that. Okay. Well, none of these people really have much of anything to say to us, and our characters don't really respond either, which is kind of unfortunate, but, you know, it's just kind of the nature of the beast. And most of them just talk about, you know, the coup, or the work that they have to do, or they have to, you know, cook dinner, or whatever else it is that they have to do. It's nothing of too much importance, I must say. But I'm just gonna, you know, do it anyway. Miss Claudia, Mr. Zane, too? It's been some time. It sure has. Reminds me of when you lent me your maid uniform, Shay. Oh, Estella's a maid? Yeah, it was to meet with the queen. Oh, and Joshua had to wear one too. Shay did her magic on his face with her makeup. She was all pumped up to do it. Oh my. Thank you very much. Joshua, who once played the role of Princess Cecilia, so perfectly also portrayed a maidservant. Noble endeavors both. I'm sure it must have been quite beauteous to behold. I regret all the more that I could not attend the Duke's banquet. Right, Shay. Do you know where Hilda is? I believe Mistress Hilda's in the library. As I recall, she said that she has something to look up. Okay, got it. So, up and off to the library. So, we gotta go all the way up here, and then through, I think it's this way. No, this is the throne room. Okay, so that's not it. Yeah, this castle is a little, not mazy, but just kind of annoying to navigate, I've gotta say. Yeah, it's right in here, so there she is. Princess Claudia, Miss Estelle! Hilda, I'm sorry if I startled you, but I just got back. Hi, Hilda. Sorry I've been out of touch. It's quite alright. I'm glad to see that you're well. I understand the princes have been assisting you, Estelle. I'm very glad to see the two of you home safe. You're embarrassing Estelle, Hilda. Speaking of helping Estelle, though, I've returned partially to inquire about something the Old is investigating. Could we ask you a few questions? Sure. Oh, yeah, probably need to move somewhere more quietly if there's some onlookers. Can't have that. You're attending to the investigation of that letter that we received, then. I take it you want to know if I have any idea who the sender may be. That's it exactly. We're investigating all the locations that received letters to see if we can ferret out some clues. Firstly, thank you for your efforts. Just receiving that letter was unsettling. I'm afraid I could be of little aid in naming suspects, however. The only thing I can say with confidence is that it's not the work of anyone in this castle. Well, we kind of figured that one. Who was the letter here addressed to, out of curiosity? No less a person than Her Majesty herself. I check all letters addressed to the Queen, so I know the contents of the letter. Believe me, if I could lay hands on the rude fool who wrote that. Pardon me, I was wondering, were there any other suspicious letters delivered to the castle recently? Ones critical of royal decisions, for example. Well, yeah, we do need all the information that we can get. There have been several letters delivered with no indication as to their senders. They were not particularly critical of royal decisions per se. They were largely petitions to reduce or annul Colonel Richard's sentence. I suspect at least some are from citizens of Grancel, but the rest I cannot be sure on. People want Colonel Richard freed? No less than expected of the man who once strove to be my rival. His popularity endures even after his capture and shaming. The colonel was very skilled and competent, and everyone knows that. It isn't unusual at all to see people regret losing him. I would personally bet on those letters not being related to a little threat. Requesting something of the royal hand is one thing, trying to force it to do something is a whole different thing altogether. Well, still, even knowing the letters exist helps. One more thing, Hilda. I wanted to ask about something else. Harold Hayworth, a trader from Crossbell? Yeah, I remember him. Say what? Is he an acquaintance of yours, Hilda? Not as such. He asked for a tour of the castle interior a few days ago. I happened to be otherwise unoccupied, so I showed him about. His wife and daughter were with him as well. Really? Oh, this provides us with a little clue as to where the Hayworths may have gone. My apologies. There was something that bothered me, however. What would that be? The child greatly enjoyed the tour. However, her parents felt as though they were barely even present throughout the entire thing. They seemed even-tempered and normal enough when they spoke to me, but when combined with your story, I wonder if they were under strain. Not able to pay attention after coming to see a place as a tourist? Sounds like something was on their minds all right. Yeah, it seems likely they were in some kind of trouble even then. This may give us a clue as to where they went. Thank you very much, Hilda. I think that this gave us some good leads. Glad I could be of help. Oh, Princess, you'll be staying here in the castle tonight, I trust, and if your friends lack accommodations... Huh? I had intended to stay while in Grancel, yes, but... Well, how about it, everyone? You forget. They're expecting me to be a pest at the embassy tonight, and I can hardly disappoint. I do appreciate the offer, however. Yeah, and I've got what's basically a permanent room at the Calvardian embassy. Thanks, but I think I got a decline this time. I should probably ask Agate and Tita before committing to anything. We've got Renee, too. That's true. It sounds like she loves the castle. I'll keep your rooms ready in case you wish to stay. Thanks. Yeah, so, see ya. Go dust something, or clean something. Well, we still need to meet with the Queen. She should be in her chambers, right? I'd be surprised if she isn't. Let's not keep her waiting then. When I first played this, I thought that they meant the throne room was her chambers, but no. We have to go all the way down here, and all these different rooms here, they're all empty. Every single one is empty. They're all just guest rooms, so I'm not going to bother with them. But you can go over here up to the roof. This is where we started the game on in the very first scene, where we had to go and talk to Cassius. And this is the Queen's room, her little, I guess it's like a drawing room or something. And then her little dressing room, and then finally we're outside where the Queen is. You finally arrived. Grandmother? Sieg? Ha, Sieg was being thoughtful, wasn't he? Yes, he let me know you were coming. Welcome home, Claudia. And Estelle, you're always welcome so long as I remain queen. Your father explained everything not long after you left to train. It pains me to know that you carry such a burden. Oh, well, thank you very much. Still, I know what I gotta do, and Chloe's been a huge help, so I'm okay, don't worry. I see. Your soul has gained new steel since we last met, Estelle. And Mr. Vathek, Mr. Lenheim, both of you, of course, are also welcome in my home. Let us retire to my chambers. I shall have some tea prepared. So you've come about the letters. I wasn't aware they had been sent to the cathedral and the embassies as well. Your fears are not groundless. It's difficult to think of such lengths as a mere childish prank. Yes, Your Highness. That's why we're trying to talk to people affiliated with the case, to see if they can find some clues. Grandmother, do you have any idea who might be responsible, especially someone within Liberal? Claudia, what do you think? As the possible heir, your thoughts should be daily on the forces moving within our nation. Would you share your opinion with me? Well, very well. I don't believe there's any force in the country which is truly opposed to the pact. I've heard in various places, however, that following the coup, some of our extreme right-wing citizens are feeling very concerned. Their frustrations might be at the root of these letters. Maybe. Very good. My opinion is more or less the same. But I don't quite follow. Colonel Richard was not the only man who approved of the idea of expanding and empowering our military. In the wake of the failed coup, however, the matter is effectively untouchable. I can only imagine all who share his mindset are quite dissatisfied and worried for our safety. Okay, so you think the letters are from believers in military control and expansion? Like the intelligence division guys still on the run? That would be the short of it, yes. If that's the case, then I would say I bear the responsibility for this as much as they. It was my beliefs that led them to take such action in the first place, after all. I don't know. I don't think that they have the right to be all blah, let's threaten people and be scary because we're sore losers. No, there are a few things more precious than the freedom to express oneself, Estelle. Remember, even those who promote military empowerment in a war footing do so out of a love for Liberal and its people. They have as much of a right to express that idea as any of us have of ours. In listening to all such opinions and choosing how to guide the country, that is a ruler's responsibility. Though, in that case, I rather doubt they'll actually try to stop the ceremony, yes? Assuming the letters from the expansionists, yes, that's quite possible. With Colonel Richard under arrest, they have little power with which to act. The problem lies with the idea that someone else may be responsible. If that's the case, then I fear I can offer you little advice or knowledge. Rats. Queen Alicia, if I may broach a question. Of course, Oliver, whatever you wish. Why are you so determined to act upon this non-aggression pact now? Your own country is still deeply confused and unsettled from the coup attempt. Most rulers would think that this is a time to focus solely on one's own country, not the affairs of others. Oliver, you are talking to a queen, you know. It's alright, Estelle. Oliver has a point. The plans or proposals for the pact, however, far predate the coup. Further delays would only harm the dignity of the nation. The Crossbell issue is causing a great deal of friction again as well, and I hope that this can help. Crossbell. That's where Renee is from, isn't it? Yeah, it lies northeast of here, over the Crone Mountains and directly between Erebonia and Calvard. Both the Republic and the Empire claim that it should be part of their governments, and some Crossbellians want total independence. It's quite a mess. Crossbell's basically a fishbone stuck in two throats at once. All the issues surrounding it just get called the Crossbell problem. I see. Boy, no wonder people get worked up about it then. So your aim is to pluck out the bone with this pact then? To continue the analogy, it's not a bone that can be removed in one gesture, sadly. If I can open a way to resolve the issue, however, yes. Laying the groundwork for resolving that issue will strengthen peace across the entire region, and people will remember Liberal spurred it on. I have underestimated you even more than I previously thought. Our invasion of Liberal is far more of a fool's errand than I'd even imagined. That much, at least, is painfully obvious to me now. What are you going on about? Oh, wait! Crossbell! Renee! Duh! Sorry to change the subject, Your Majesty, but... Oh, a child abandoned at the royal villa? I must instruct Raymond to keep me better informed, it seems. I know it's a shot in the dark, but I don't suppose you have any idea where they might be, Your Majesty. No, I'm very sorry, but I don't. However, if they visited the castle, especially recently, Hilda would know of it. Have you spoken with her? Yeah, we did. Hilda only said they were behaving a little strangely. Well, should you wish, I can contact Mayor McDowell and the Crossbell government. If that would help, ask whenever you need. Oh, thanks! Grandma, thank you for all your help. We need to move on, unfortunately, but... Don't be nervous. I know what you wish to say. You'll be staying in the castle tonight, yes? Let us speak then, once you're no longer busy. All right. My goodness, such royalty! I would say she's the only person on the continent with that sense of balance. Yeah, sort of feels weird to say coming from democracy, but she's the perfect ruler. I kind of envy Liberal, to be honest. Of course, she's the queen after all. Chloe, what's wrong? It's nothing. I was just struck again by how incredible a woman Grandmother is. I really doubt I can ever live up to her. Oh. Princess? When did Her Majesty the Queen take the throne? She was 20, if I recall correctly. And may I ask your age? I'm 16, but... My point. I truly doubt Her Majesty was a master politician the day she took the throne, and you're not yet even as old as she was when she first donned the purple. I see little point in comparing yourself to her as she is now. Wouldn't you agree? We martial artists tend to say that only those with the proper capacity can achieve Katao, unity of purpose. Even those with the greatest innate skill, like, say, Walter, only reach their peak through a journey of 1,000 steps. I think Her Majesty believes that you have the capacity to get there, Princess. Just take it one step at a time. Don't worry. Oliver, Zane, thank you, really. Good job, you two. Chloe's going to be an awesome queen someday. I guess you get good with pep talks as you get older, huh? Get older? How rude! I'm a fresh, youthful 25. 5 years younger than Zane here, even. You're one to call out someone for being rude, Oliver. Huh. Well, anyway, we've spoken to Hilda and Grandmother both. Yep, back to town, I guess. Okay, well, we're gonna go back to town and head to the Liberal News office next time on Let's Play Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky 2nd Chapter. This has been David. If you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good day.